Hello and welcome to another episode of Real G Football. I am Jeff Wall, but the man next to me, you may not recognize. He is Justin Sosa. I'm going to call him Prince Sosa, the man, the myth, the legend. Sosa, how you doing? We've been wanting to get you on this show for a long time. How you been, man?
Yo, I've been good. I actually like that nickname, Prince Sosa. I might have to change my ad to Instagram to that, honestly.
I like that. For those who don't know, Sosa, you're a big Barca fan, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I am a big Barca fan. I've been since I was I remember watching soccer. You know, my family's all Barca fans except for those black sheep in the family with the Real Madrid fans. We don't like those people in our family, you know. No. But yeah, huge Barca fan for sure.
That's dope. So, Sam, we're going to talk about Barca, La Liga, a little bit in this episode and a little bit in the next episode that you're going to see coming out on Tuesday. But first, so we got to get to what is going on right now, the Bundesliga. Let's start off with Borussia Dortmund. Once again, these guys are looking clinical. They look probably, to me, in my eyes, Sosa, I would say probably the freshest, the most ready, the most prepared team. They look like they're kind of rebounding from the break pretty well. You may have an argument, I'm not sure, but I would say that they look really, really good and maybe a good bet to take the title. What do you think, Sosa?
No, I agree 100%. I think you know how usually every season they bottle it mid-season, and then maybe this time around, since the virus, they're fresh, they're new, like you said, they look great. I love it. So maybe the fact that the virus and that break is what they needed, to come back, to be stronger, and then hopefully they won't bottle it this season.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, Dortmund does have a history of it. Maybe it's Lucien Favre that's really the Achilles heel for this team. That remains to be seen. We will see how it all goes. Obviously, they're looking very, very good. I think offensively, defensively, they keep the ball well. They're attacking well. They're very clinical. Roman Berkey's playing very well, keeping the goals out of the back of his net.
Oh yeah.
I think he's been doing really, really well. Now, obviously, the other team that they're right behind, though, Bayern Munich. They got a little bit of a scare against Frankfurt, who is now near the bottom of the league table. They're not looking so good. I'm a little bit concerned with both Frankfurt and a little bit about Bayern, but I'll start with Frankfurt. I've heard that there are some locker room issues there, and that is crazy for a team that, won the Deutsche Pokal a couple of years ago. They were doing so well with Niko Kovac, and a lot of those players are still there, so it is surprising to see them fall so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, but at least, hey, Hinterhegger, he got a hat trick, right? 2 goals and an own goal. Amazing times to me. But he got his hat trick there. But no, you're completely right. But I mean, at the end of the day, Bayern got the 3 points. That's what they're looking for always, right? It's not the Pep days where they're trying to play beautiful soccer. No, it's the time where they want 3 points and they want to win the league. And that's what they're always about, right? I mean, they still won 5-2, didn't they? They still got 17 shots to only 7 shots against Frankfurt. So, I mean, they might not be playing pretty football, but they're winning. And especially Alphonso Davies, right? The Canadian superstar is looking like a worldly beast. And hopefully after a few years, he's going to be able to adapt and be able to transition up to the left wing instead of just being in the left back, right? Because that's what Canadian fans are hoping for, right? That he becomes a superstar world-class winger, not a world-class fullback, right?
To be honest, I think he's amazing at either spot. I think I'm surprised at how well he's done at fullback. I'm surprised generally at how amazing Alphonso Davies has done.
Oh.
The transition from MLS to Bundesliga.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's on one of the best teams, but man, and I think a lot of people are underplaying it, man. I don't think it's fair to him.
Mm-hmm.
They're just saying it's all pace. He's so fast. It's more than that. He's smart, man. He knows what he's doing. He's a versatile player. You saw it there to get his goal in that game versus Frankfurt. He's been doing it a lot, and he's been amazing. And I'm honestly, I could see him being the starting fullback even for Bayern if that's what they want to use him for, because he is so good. I think you could put Alaba at defensive midfield or center back if you really wanted to, or if you wanted to sell him on. But I think Alphonso Davies is good, and he is the future of Canadian football no matter what.
Yeah,
not the CFL, though. We're not talking CFL.
But hear me out on this. This might be a hot take. I know people are going to be like, no, Sosa's tripping. But I actually think Alphonso Davies right now, form-wise, even before the virus, he was still hot. I actually think he's a top 5 left back in the world.
Wow, that is a hot fire hot take. That's red hot. That is hot. That is unbelievable. That's hot.
I actually think he's a top 5 left back. There's not many people where I'm like, you know what? I'd rather have that person over Alphonso Davies. There's not many. I honestly think Alphonso Davies is a top 5 left back. Like, he's got it all. He's got the pace. He's got the strength. He's getting smarter as time progresses. He's putting himself in better positions than what he did when he started playing. So I honestly think he's a top 5 left back. Count that.
Wow, that is pretty. Wow, that's a crazy one. I don't know if I agree. I think he's pretty good.
Yeah, if you're tripping if you don't agree, I'm telling you that right now.
It's tough, man. It's tough, but man, he is so good. I think he is giving Canadian national team fans a really, he's putting a smile on our faces. So that much is good. That much is good. I could say that much for sure. And you know what else? Achraf Hakimi is also, he's amazing. He can score as well. He's another guy who's a super versatile fullback. I think the fullback position really is like the future of the sport. It's the next leap. We're already seeing so many leaps.
Exactly, right? It's like, if you think about it, the way Barca's been using them, right, before always was like they put them high and they use them as extra attackers, right? And if you think about it, now teams are starting to adjust and they're starting to do that too. Like, look at Liverpool with Trent Alexander-Arnold, right? They're pushing him up, and then I think that's the future of where soccer is going now, right? Like, more attackers with the wingers, maybe play a back 3 or just play with the back 2, and just push them up. And now people are scoring more and more goals, which is going to be even more entertaining.
It's gonna be very, very interesting to see what Alphonso Davies and Hakimi and all the great fullbacks do, and Trent Alexander-Arnold as well. As much as I don't like Liverpool, I mean, it is what it is.
I feel that, Jeff. I know that firsthand. Okay.
Yeah, I know you. we got to move on though. So I was a little bit surprised though at this one.
Okay.
Bayer Leverkusen beating Borussia Mönchengladbach. I knew that Leverkusen was good. I knew Mönchengladbach was good. I thought they had the edge, but they smacked them 3-1. Kai Havertz with another amazing performance, man. This kid is unbelievable. He's still only 20 years old. He's still just he's just a young kid. It's unbelievable what he's done. Do you think that though? I mean, him versus Jan Sommer, who in my opinion we'll get to, is one of the most underrated players in the Bundesliga, if not the world. Did he have an off game?
I don't know. What do you think, Jeff? You think he had a bad game? I want to hear your take. You're asking me questions, Jeff. What about you? What do you think, Jeff?
I'll be honest. I thought he had a pretty good game. I think just the first Kai Havertz goal was a little bit uncharacteristic.
Yeah.
Man, Kai Havertz is just unbelievable, though, too. I think, the goalies don't always look as good. I think people got to respect the fact that Jan Sommer is so good. That's why I honestly thought that they would win, honestly, is because of him, because he would be able to kind of keep Leverkusen from scoring those goals. But Kai Havertz came at an amazing spot early on in the game, just like some player did just a week ago. So I think Kai Havertz, with him, the sky's the limit. Now, my question for you, Sosa,
never doubt Havertz.
This too, but I want to hear your answer first.
Let me hear it.
I gotta give it to you. Erling Haaland, Kai Havertz, or Timo Werner, who just scored a hat trick today.
Okay. First of all, I know people are not gonna like this, but Timo Werner likes to disappear against big teams. So I'm not gonna choose Timo Werner. And he wasn't even the best player on the pitch today for his team. Okay, my boy Poulsen, that's where it's at. Okay, underrated player, had a great game. First goal was because of him. He pulled away the defender, he gave a nice assist, scored a goal. Okay, so Havertz out of there, right? Werner out of there. Haaland is where it's at. Haaland plays for a better team in Dortmund. He's doing it in the Champions League. He did it with Salzburg. He was the leading scorer of the Champions League at such a young age. And I don't think we're ever going to see a wonder kid like him for a long, long time. I think Haaland he's just there. He's a top notch already.
I think that Erling Haaland is the future. He is the truth.
Yes.
He is the king, the once and future king. I think he will overtake Kylian Mbappe, to be completely honest with you. I'm that high on him. And you know what else I'm going to say is that when it comes to Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, Erling Haaland, and Kylian Mbappe, you know which team could not survive without one of those players? It's Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund would not be able to survive without Erling Haaland.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Jeff is speaking facts right there. I agree 100%. I agree with what you said there. A lot of people have been hating on me when I said Haaland is going to be better than Mbappe, but you're just speaking straight facts there. Because you know what? I know people don't like to hear this, but I think Mbappe is as good as he'll ever be right now. I think he's gonna be plateaued. He's gonna be another Neymar where he's up there. But he's gonna be plateaued. But then Haaland, All the way but up, baby. All the way but up. That's my opinion. So people can come at me. They can, you know. But you know what? I stick to it. It is what it is.
I like that take. That's another fire take. So
yes.
Coming hot and heavy on his first real G appearance. Let's go. Let's talk a little bit about RB Leipzig. Man, they had that stumble in the first week. They kind of got a little bit slow off the blocks. Now they beat up on Mainz yet again. They beat them 8-0 last time, 5-0 this time. I mean, my God, man, like they looked really ready to go. Like they looked like one of the best teams. Just on this week alone, I would say they looked like the best team in the league.
Honestly, I think they should have beat them like 9-0 or 8-0 again. Like they missed so many opportunities, and the goalkeeper made a few good saves on Mainz side. I remember one in like the first 20-30 minutes. It was on the post, boom, even hits his head on the post. It was a nice save, but honestly, they should have scored more. If anything, I'm a little bit disappointed they didn't score more. They should have scored 8, right? But like I said earlier, Poulsen was looking like an world beater, man. He was doing everything, created chances, scoring, everything, and he pulled away the mark, like the defender, for him to just tap it in. Like he's unreal. He's unreal. He had a great game.
Now you were talking about. I was talking about who is the most underrated player just in the Bundesliga alone. Just there, because a lot of people may not know it. People may not be paying as much attention because they're watching the Prem or they're watching La Liga. Who's the most underrated player in the Bundesliga?
Okay, I'm gonna give you 2 answers right here. First of all, ever since footy came back in Germany, I think the underrated player has been Rafael Guerreiro, because Rafael Guerreiro has been playing really, really well. Like, don't forget, he scored a goal like a few weeks ago. He scored a goal today, and yesterday, excuse me. So I think since football's been back in Germany, I think he's underrated. But in general, of let's say this whole year of the Bundesliga, I honestly think it's Thuram from Mönchengladbach. Yeah, I don't know, man. This kid.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a world beater. Like he hasn't been playing bad. He's been playing on the France U21 squad. He plays for Guignap, so it's his first year in the Bundesliga, and he hasn't been that bad, you know. He has 8 goals in like 27 games, so you know he's still a young player too. He's only 22. He's an Italian player, but he transitioned to the France national squad, which I kind of agree, because let's be honest, forwards are meant to be from France and not from Italy. No disrespect to my Italians, y'all are great, soccer players, but I don't know, man. This kid's a world beater, and I think people should look out for him. Honestly, in a few years, he's gonna be really, really good. For sure. Yeah,
Thuram already looks like a man. Like when I saw his age, I was surprised because he's so bricked up. Dude, that guy looks like he could just whoop anybody. You know, he's a beefy dude. That's right.
He was like Lukaku in the youth sides. Remember Lukaku on the youth sides?
Sorry.
He looks like Lukaku on the youth side.
Yes,
remember?
Yes, he looks like Lukaku. He's like that big. He's that big. He's a beast, man. And he dominates everybody in the air. He's so good.
Oh, yeah.
I got to be honest. The guy I love the most is Yusuf Poulsen. You see this guy everywhere, man. And it's Timo Werner who's getting all the praise, all the plaudits. And I don't know if Liverpool got rid of Firmino and took Werner. I don't know if Liverpool would do that good, to be honest with you. I think he needs a setup guy. He needs someone to help him. Yusuf Poulsen, like you said, does a lot. He pulls defenders away. He does so many things for the team. He presses so well. He dominates in the air like Timo Werner does not. So I have to go with Yusuf Poulsen, man. I think he's so underrated. And he's one of those guys, like, I guess maybe it's the striker position, right? Everybody thinks they have to score goals, and he does do that, but he's more of a setup guy in more ways than one, kind of like a Thomas Muller in some ways. And I think he could kind of be that as he starts to grow and mature in the game.
I agree. I like that comparison.
I think that's where he could go. That's definitely his future. But Sosa, we got to talk a little bit about La Liga. Your thoughts on La Liga as your team, Barcelona, looks to claim yet another title when they come back.
Yo, I honestly can't wait. The thing is, I think this is a perfect situation too, because Kike Setien came in mid-year, so he really couldn't implement what he wanted to do. He didn't have the preseason, this and that. So this is basically kind of like his preseason, right? This is basically, he had time off. He had time to understand what he wants to do with the team and all that. But I mean, it's not just about Barcelona. I can't wait for the first match. It's going to be back. It's going to be the Sevilla derby, which is always fun to watch. I love watching Real Betis versus Sevilla. They're both great teams, with Sevilla being great in European competition, winning 3 straight Europa Leagues. The Real Madrid of Europa Leagues, as much as I hate to say that. But, but you know, they're there. They're great. Real Betis is always good too. And they have a great player in Alenya, Linus, and all these youngsters. And I'm just like, I can't wait to watch them. It's going to be fun to watch for sure.
It's going to be a very interesting one. I always love watching La Liga. It's always interesting to see the different style and the finesse and all that from all the beautiful La Liga teams. They play beautiful, beautiful football, to be honest. I really do love it. And for those who haven't really gone to watch that, because obviously a lot more people watch the Premier League over here in North America, man, you got to take your moment to watch them. Plus, hey, come on, Messi. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, we don't know how much longer he's going to be there, you know? So we gotta get it while we can, man. He looks so
real.
The GOAT, man. He's the GOAT. It's unbelievable.
And I think teams, low-key, I know I'm a Barca fan and everything, but like honestly, I think teams should be more scared of Messi right now than they should have ever been. And the reason for that is because Copa America has been doing these crazy things, and the international tournaments where they're like, okay, let's do a centenario, so 100 tournament. So he's basically playing like a Copa America every year, or a tournament every year in the international stage. So he has no summers off. So he never had a break. And now he's rested. He's hungry. And the Champions League might be back in August. So he's hungry and he wants to win everything this year. And I know for sure you don't want to be in his way when he's coming at you with like full speed, and you're gonna put your foot out, and then he just dribbles past you, and you're like, oh my gosh. And then it's just fun for us to watch. But amazing, it's a great time to be alive for sure.
I can't wait. We'll be talking about that in a few weeks when that starts up. That's gonna be fun, but we'll leave it there. We're gonna talk a little bit more La Liga though in the next episode, where we also preview Der Klassiker as the Bundesliga really starts to ramp it up. They're gonna be playing like 3 games a week. It is gonna be crazy. We're gonna talk about how that's gonna favor each team, but don't go anywhere. And remember always to subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends, and of course, subscribe to Lingo Sports. Take care, everybody.